Welcome back. You're watching Goeiemôre. Good morning. The Bioscope is an independent cinema based at 44 Stanley in Joburg, and it's a cultural landmark for film enthusiasts. This year, they are celebrating 15 years of being a trailblazer in South Africa's creative scene. And here to tell us more, we are joined by one of the owners, Russel. Russel, welcome to Goeiemôre. Good morning. It's so lovely to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Like any kind of superhero film, the Bioscope has its own origin story, and it has something to do with the lecture room in Wits.
Yeah, I started it with a friend that was at film school with me, and he wrote his thesis on whether or not there was space for something like this to exist. And I was his friend that just thought this was an amazing idea, and we put it into practice.
That's incredible. And 15 years later, here you are. Did you think that the longevity of the Bioscope would be where it is today?
I really hoped it would be. From the beginning, I wanted to create something that could live for as long as it possibly could. So it was always the intention, and I'm so chuffed that we've gotten this far.
I've actually got my own Bioscope story. I've been there a few times to watch films and things. But about 2 years ago, I was in a short film directed by John Hall called Awake.
Yeah.
And we had our premiere there, and it was such a special place to see the film for the first time. It's just got a very unique kind of feel to it that you don't get from going into a commercial cinema.
Yeah, I think right from the moment you step in, you see a gift shop that's cinema themed, and that sort of thing doesn't really exist almost anywhere in the world. The cafe is not just popcorn and cokes, it's pizza and cocktails and hot drinks and wine, and of course you can hear the maybe the movie soundtrack, and we try and get you at all points to sort of just feel the energy of the space.
It really is an immersive experience, but it's not overwhelming because it is still so intimate.
Yeah, boutique.
Yeah, it's beautiful. What else do you think has contributed to the success of the Bioscope?
I think just knowing that you're in this marathon effort. I think a lot of entertainment and a lot of business, sometimes you have to go in these sprints, but for us, we have to, week after week, month after month, make sure that the program is the best that it can be. You've got to worry about all the little things, but you've got to go at it like you would do a marathon. You've got to know when to push, know when to hold back, know when to push, save your energy, know when to give your energy. And then you look up and it's 15 years.
How do you decide what's going to show at the cinema?
It's a very hard one. I almost know what is not a Bioscope film than what is. I think we always get challenged as to what we could screen, but it's always smart or interesting or bold or fun or pushing the dial in some way, supporting local wherever possible. But we're also stand-up comedy, we're also private events. So it's this lovely combination of everything. I could choose just the best movies that I think, or just the best comics that I think are worth pushing.
You've welcomed some extraordinary guests to the space, like George Bezos, Oscar winner Frances McDormand, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Aside from these big names, what are some of the moments that have stood out for you over the 15 years? If you could just single out a few. It's like choosing your favorite child. Like, who's your favorite child?
Sometimes it's the small things, like you encounter someone in the lobby and they say they've got this idea. Like one day I just met this guy who said, I'm a data scientist, I work at Discovery, but I'm really passionate about space and the universe. And I think there should be a night where you kind of talk about the universe and space and science. And I was like, that sounds cool. Let's do that. And just perhaps how I conducted myself in that little moment planted the seed. Then he stayed in touch with me. Next thing you know, you've created or helped create a show called The Universe on Stage. And it's every single screening we ever had of it or performance was sold out. They now sell out the Joburg Theatre.
They've been on this show.
They've been on the show? Okay. Smart, amazing guys, very talented. It's this piano music performance with this talk about the universe. And I was just so proud that I could help create a space for that.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest challenges you face as an independent cinema owner?
I think it's that marathon effort, as I said, where you've just got to keep yourself motivated and you've got to just manage your energy, manage the program as best you can. Things will always change. Movies will come and go. And when you've got an amazing film, how best to capitalize on it. When you don't have amazing films, how best to make a plan. So just being in that effort day in and day out and just, staying on top of it.
What celebrations have you got planned for the 15-year anniversary of the Bioscope?
It was tough. Like when you look back on 15 years of photos, you can't put it in one Instagram post. But we've had lots of little things. I thought that was quite nice to spread it out. We found managed to pull the top 25 ticket buyers of all time. And that was a small group. It was just 20 odd people. And it was so lovely to invite them over for like pizza and wine on a Sunday, and personally thank them. We've made some T-shirts and clothing. We're just keeping, doing lots of little things as opposed to any kind of big one thing.
There's also a fundraiser being planned for the staff.
Yeah, that felt like the right thing to do. When you always take note of what you have, one of our biggest strengths is the fact that pretty much all our staff have been with us for as long as I can remember. Like, I don't even know when they started. And this just felt like a good opportunity to add a little extra money for them. And so people have been very generous. When you buy your tickets, you can add this donation at the end. And people have really given, which is lovely.
Russel, in closing, what makes you excited for the future of cinema?
I just think when you see a beautiful, bold, unique movie come out, like probably the most recent one is a movie like Sinners.
Yes.
Where it is just so authentic and so bold and so unique. And then it does really well because it is good. It is just a good movie. Then that excites me because there will be more.
Thank you so much, Russel. Russel Grant from the Bioscope, celebrating 15 years of independent cinema. We will be right back. Brent Lindeque from The Good Things Guy, also on the way.